Well, the clock is ticking to get those tax returns in by midnight later tonight, and the Internal Revenue Service is raising a red flag over tax scams it says you need to avoid. The IRS this week issued its dirty dozen list of scams that it says baits taxpayers into thinking they found a way to avoid paying the government. For all your tax help, I am joined by none other than the tax expert, Roni Deutch, tax attorney and the founder of the Roni Deutch Tax Centers. She's also the author of The Tax Lady's Guide to Beating the IRS. Good morning. Good to see you.
Great to see you, Alexis.
All right, so here we are. Let's talk a little bit about the dirty dozen. One of the top ones, what is the top of the dirty dozen things that you're most concerned about?
Phishing. Criminals are absolutely desperate right now, just like everybody else. So what are they doing? They're sending you and everyone else emails. These emails look like they came from the IRS, or they're calling you, and they sound like the IRS. Here's what they promise you. Refund money. Hello, Mr. Taxpayer. I'm a criminal, and I'm from the IRS, and I'd like to give you a fat check, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. All I need is your Social Security number and your bank account to do so. Here's what you need to know. The IRS will never email you, and they will never call you. They support the government by using the U.S. Postal Service.
Right, so you should know right away that those are big scams, and partly the way they sort of bait and switch you here is because there's a lot of tax refunds that have never been paid out to consumers. I think upwards of $1.5 billion just from 2005 alone.
Can you believe that the IRS has $1.3 billion that they're sitting on because people have failed to claim those refunds? So remember, it sounds too good to be true. It is, Alexis, and people just need to know, never give anyone your Social Security number or your bank statement. It's not the IRS.
Okay, another top concern you have is about walking into just a random tax office. Tell us why.
Tax preparation people are generally honest, but you and I know it's a business. People are looking for ways to make money. So here's what they're going to promise you. You're going to walk in their office. You're going to think they know everything about taxes, Alexis, and guess what? They're going to promise you a huge refund. Just sign here. They're going to add a fake dependent, a fake deduction, or a fake credit. You're going to sign it because they're promising you what? More money. And everyone needs more money today. Please understand that when you sign that line, you're responsible. Make sure you're hiring a tax preparer who you trust, who is credible. Better to get a referral, even better to use a CPA or an EA. But make sure you know who you're hiring, because if they promise you more money by just doing A, B, or C, don't do it.
Wow. All right. Great points there. So we have, what, like 17 hours, I think, before midnight? What do we do if we're sitting at home right now and we haven't done our taxes?
You and I know that we are very lucky. We get a 6-month extension of time to file our taxes if we are unprepared. And what I'm seeing in the trenches, more people are unprepared in 2008 for that return than ever before. Why? Lost their job, lost their home, portfolio has decreased by 50%. So I see a lot of people who are unorganized and they're not prepared. Please remember, you're legally entitled to a 6-month extension. You file Form 4868. But again, if you're one of those crazy people that will show up at the post office at 11:59, make sure the return is done accurately. You've signed it, you've got the right Social Security numbers, and you're claiming the right dependents.
Okay, I was just going to speak to that, some of those tips, because there are some costly errors that you can make that can prolong the process, particularly if you want to get back a refund.
Yes, and you and I know that 70% of Americans get a refund. The average amount right now is $2,700, so it's a big chunk of change. Here's what people generally do, Alexis. They make bonehead mistakes. They fail to sign the return. They put someone else's Social Security number on it, or they make a mathematical error. You and I know that 2 + 2 must always equal 4. So guys, take your time, get the calculator out, and double-check your numbers. Why? You do not want to get audited. Do not give the IRS another reason to fine you. Exactly.
Okay, I just want to know what you do after April 15th.
I'm going surfing in Maui. And please, you are more than welcome to join me anytime.
So have you seen the light of day for the past 6 months?
No, I've not seen the light of day for the past 6 months. Can you tell?
You are so sweet. Well, enjoy your trip to Maui. Yes. Well deserved. And I should say, your business is up 40% this year.
Yes, due to the fact that people cannot afford to pay the IRS, my phones are ringing off the hook. So some businesses do thrive in recessions, and I'm very grateful that mine is as well.
Oh, well, continued success. We love having you.
Yes, Alexis.
And send us a picture of you surfing.
Okay, I will.
We'll bring that here. We will have some fun with that.